certain point in time in my life, around maybe I guess maybe like 11 or 12, where she sat me down and let me know that like law uh, these officers, they are meant to protect and serve. However, because of the color of your skin, unfortunately, it doesn't always work to your benefit. Um, but I mean, growing up, I wouldn't say I had a negative view of the police until I experienced being profiled personally, and that was at the age of 16. So I think that's where there was a shift. Like I didn't view the police as positive or negative until that first encounter. As I was walking around in my own neighborhood, me and my friends were around, and just like hanging out on a Saturday afternoon and 4 p.m. And a summer day, and we're just hanging out, and a police officer who was on a bike comes up to us and asks, who we are, do we have our IDs, why we're out, and I let him know that like I lived around the corner, and it was also very I want to use the right word. It was a little disheartening too, because the police officer was actually black or African American. And he just pulled us over, like not even pulled us over. He just like rolled up to us on his bike and questioned us. And that was my very first encounter with law enforcement. First and foremost, I think there's a difference between police brutality and murder, which is what a lot of these crimes that are happening today and injustices that are happening today should be categorized as murder. How I feel about police brutality, I think that it's an injustice, to everyone. And Martin Luther King said it best, is that a threat to justice anywhere is a threat to injustice everywhere. So I think that police brutality is awful, and especially because it happens to so many people who are of color, specifically, and being targeted because of the color of their skin. Me being so passionate about the topic was the Trayvon Martin case. I remember it like it was yesterday, just because Trayvon Martin, could have been you, could have been me, could have been, like anyone else who, was at their father's house, who wanted to just said, hey, you know what, Dad, I'm just gonna go to the store real quick, get a snack, and I'll be right back. But he didn't come right back. And just to see how that case played out, it was so simple and clear cut, or so we thought. And to see that play out the way it played out, and because it wasn't, although it wasn't a police officer for that matter, it was a reflection of how the justice system has consistently failed us as a community. I have an opinion, however, I'm not sure if I'm like, these are my thoughts. Clearly, this is just my thoughts. But I think it starts with so many different variables. Mass incarceration being one of them. When it comes to just plain civil rights, I think the fact that this country's backbone was built on slavery, and how people view Black people is something that unfortunately will take a very, very long time for our nation to forget, and to have those negative connotations when it comes to people of color. So I don't have a clear answer as to what would be the stop to police brutality or police murder.